Hey Matt,
Matt, how are you?
good, back for another one.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
we thought I'd jump on here quick and just run through what's going on. There's some big news about Thor, uh, world's strongest man.
Yep.
Previous,
I
uh,
haven't seen it, so
you
this will
haven't
be.
seen it? Oh,
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I've heard about it. I've been like just head deep in work today. So,
yeah,
but it's all over the place. So I haven't seen it yet. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I'm curious.
He had a major pec tear right off the bone. Um,
Oh,
you know,
I
he
can
was
only imagine.
Yeah, he was in a powerlifting meet, and he did the squats okay, and then he went on to the bench press, and then just not good, not
What
good.
what what's his bread and butter? Is it the squats or is it the bench press?
I think it's actually the deadlift. The
Yeah.
squats, he wasn't getting deep enough, so they didn't give him a full pass on that one. But he was doing okay in the bench, and then as you'll see here, I'll share my screen, and we can
Yeah.
kind of see what happened.
How gnarly is it?
Yeah. Well, he's wearing a power suit, so you
He's
can't.
wearing the yeah. So that hides a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
507 pounds. I think this is going into his first attempt here. Made it pretty easy,
Yep.
right? Second attempt, 529.
Yeah.
No problems.
Good.
557.
That's
And this is where, so I can actually see it in the suit. You have to
oh,
look very
okay.
close. Like
Let me see again.
goes, it goes down. Like you can
Yeah,
know where to look
it
when you
just collapses, right?
right at the top area right
And it's
there.
on the left. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Go back here. That's so crazy. Okay. Let's see. Did you miss it? Go back. Oh, that's after. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's go back. So, third attempt. You can see my mouse.
yeah.
It's happened so quick. It's hard to
Oh,
see,
yeah, 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 yeah.
but
Yeah.
you see it like
It kind of divoted, and
yeah.
then and then it where it
You see it's
balled up. I
pulling
can
back.
see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep,
So,
yep.
so he's
Can imagine the pain, man.
yeah, he's gonna be done for the definitely for the season.
Yep.
Um,
Is
unfortunately,
he in full swing for training for it
I think
again?
he's getting well. He's coming back to World
That's
Strong.
what I heard, right?
Yeah,
That he was
I'm gonna
coming
come
back.
back. He did
Yeah,
the fighting thing and the UFC tried to do the UFC thing or whatever.
yeah, yeah. The
Not really
boxing,
UFC, but boxing. Uh,
boxing. Yeah.
and then now he's trying to make a comeback. But definitely unfortunate. I got to meet him. I met him at the airport one time, coming into Columbus for their Arnold.
Yep, yep.
He was on our plane. It was that little plane that's like a connection from like
Yes, I know the one.
Chicago
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Columbus,
we've all been there. Yep,
right?
yep.
Where you can walk and
Where you can virtually stretch your arm
yeah.
across from side to side. Yeah.
So he was on that connection flight
Yeah.
and
Imagine Thor on that plane.
yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
mean, if he was on the front of the plane is
yeah.
it's
It was funny. Just
dipped down the whole
like
way.
stuck under. But yeah, we saw him on there, and then once we got off, me and Ron were out together, and we got a picture with him and Ron Partlow, and
He's a massive human being.
made Ron looks tiny.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought it was like his waist.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he's a massive
yeah,
human being. But
yeah,
this is such a horrific injury, and just clean off the bone, like you said. So I mean,
yeah. I always was like I tore my hamstring partially before, and I was like paranoid to ever like train it again, but I finally
hit it again.
got my head
Yeah,
around it and
yeah,
slowly got back into it. So if it's a slow process, sure you
yeah.
can do it. But if you're a power lifter and like I just don't know how those guys like once they tear completely up the bone,
How do you go
how do
back
you
to it?
get mentally back into
How
like
do you go back to it?
I don't know.
I guess to be a power lifter, it's a different mindset than bodybuilding. And,
Yeah.
and maybe that mindset allows you to go back to it. The mindset is so hardcore
Yeah.
and that
Well,
it allows you to go back to it.
I would say bodybuilding is an addiction in a sense.
Yeah.
It's a different form of an addiction, because you get addicted to the results, you get addicted to how you look, you get addicted to how you feel in the gym.
Yep.
So it's partially an addiction. So no matter tearing a pec or a quad, like even Ron Parlow when he tore his quad,
Yep.
he was back pretty quick doing squats and leg press. I'm like, man, it's like
Yeah.
so much strain on that, man. What if it goes
Yeah.
again?
Can't
And
help it. I
just, I
got to
don't know
be
how
here.
they get around that. Man, I couldn't. I don't know. I don't think I could do it if I completely tore a muscle. That I would be like putting so much pressure on that tendon again. And
Yeah. Just really trippy. And I've never torn anything, but I've badly pulled it, I guess. But I mean, this was many years ago when I first got into bodybuilding stuff. I was a teen, and my I believe it was my right bicep. I was doing, running the rack,
yeah,
and just going for that crazy pump, whatever. And then suddenly my bicep balled up
yeah,
right near my shoulder, and and I had like a 4 finger gap between the bicep and the elbow.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be symmetrical anymore. So I was so paranoid. And I went to the washroom there, and I was massaging that sucker. It was so painful. I was just
Yeah.
digging in there with my thumb, man, and it kind of relaxed and
Oh, okay. It was like
went back to normal. So some type of spasm or whatever it was, but it seized up, and it
yeah,
was really weird, man.
yeah, yeah. It's like a cramp. It's almost like a cramp. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get those in your quad sometimes. You get them in your calves where
The calf is a
yeah,
painful one. That's a
it's
horrific one.
stuck. Yeah, you got to like pull it
Yep.
out.
And it's a really interesting pain. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not a typical pain.
No,
It's
it's
like
not.
it's excruciating, but it's kind of weird too.
Yeah,
Kind of an odd pain.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. No, it's unfortunate. Hopefully, he makes a good comeback and probably see him back next year. These powerlifters, they get tears all the time though. Powerlifters,
Yeah, exactly. It's part of the course.
yeah,
It's a hazard, and they're not only physically strong, they're mentally strong too. So Thor will be back, and I'm sure we'll see him on the strongman stage soon enough, anyways. So
awesome. All
yeah,
right, man. Keep
we'll
it quick.
call it
Call it
short and sweet.
short, sweet.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds good.
All right. I'll see you next time.
Talk to you later. Bye.